Namaste viewers and listeners, myself Dr. Brahmdas Sharma, Associate Professor Kumar Britya, Shri Sirdi Sai Baba Ayurvedic College, Reinwal, Jaipur. Today we are talking about nutrition in children. It is the most common question asked by parents to a pediatrician. Children are our future, from one-third of our population. Growth is the best global indicator of children's well-being. Adequate food intake is essential for proper growth. Low food intake can affect their physical and mental growth. So, children are the future of our nation and we should try to prevent them and make them healthy. What is the need of this topic? According to WHO, it estimates 60% of child death are associated with malnutrition. In India, it is very serious. It accounts 40% of malnourished children in the world. 1 in 3 of the world's malnourished children lives in India. And in Rajasthan, about 48% children are malnourished. So this is very serious issue. So nutrition is the best option. What is the definition of nutrition? Nutrition is defined as the process of providing or obtaining the food necessary for health and growth. Mainly it is two types, macronutrients and micronutrients. What are macronutrients? Which are needed in large amount like carbohydrate, fat, protein and water, and micronutrients such as mineral and vitamins. This is the classification of nutrients: macronutrients, micronutrients. Macronutrients are carbohydrate, protein, fats. In carbohydrate, monosaccharide, disaccharide, polysaccharide. In protein, complete protein and incomplete protein. In fat, saturated, unsaturated. In micronutrients, there are mineral and vitamins. In vitamins, fat soluble vitamins, vitamin A, D, E and K, and water soluble vitamin B and C. What are the nutrients' primary function? The main function of water is dissolve and carry nutrients, remove waste and regulate body temperature. What does protein do? Builds new tissue, antibodies, enzyme, hormone and other compounds. The role of carbohydrate is provide instant energy. Fat provide long-term energy, insulation and protection. Insulation from temperature. Vitamins facilitate use of other nutrients involved in regulating growth and manufacturing hormones. What are the role of minerals? They help in growth of bone and teeth, aid in muscle function and nervous system activities. Next, we will discuss nutritional requirement in children one by one. What is the water requirement? According to age, for first 3 days it is 100 ml per kg. For 1 to 3 years it is 125 ml per kg. 4 to 6 years 100 ml per kg. 7 to 9 years 75 ml per kg. And 10 to 12 years and more, that is 50 ml per kg. There is formula of Sanger's formula: 0 to 10 kg of body weight, the daily water requirement is 100 ml per kg. For 11 to 20 kg of weight, it is 1000 ml per 50 ml per kg after 10 kg. After 20 kg, it is 1500 ml plus 20 ml per kg of each. after 20 kg. For example, when a 12 kilogram child, its daily requirement of water is 1000 ml plus 50 into 2, that is 1100 ml per kg. Next, very important, energy requirement, or we can say calorie requirement. In first 3 days, this is 120 calorie per kg. 1 to 3 year 100 calorie per kg. 4 to 6 year 90, 7 to 9 80, 10 to 12 70, 13 to 15 60, 16 to 19 50, and in adults it is 40 calorie per kg. So we can count this very easily. What are the protein requirements? For infant less than 1 year, 0 to 3 months, 2.3 milk protein gram per kg per day. 9 to 12 month, 1.5 mixed protein with breast milk or other food. In children 1 to 3 year, it is 1.83 gram per kg per day, or total 22 gram per day. It increase at age increase. 4 to 6 year 1.52 gram per kg per day or 30 gram per day. 7 to 9 years, that is 41 gram per day. In adolescent age, for male it is slightly high and female slightly low. It is about 10 to 12 year 54 gram per day. 13 to 15 years 17 gram per day. 16 to 18 78, and slightly low in females. What are the carbohydrates? Mainly it is two types, simple and complex. Simple, which may be monosaccharide, that is glucose, fructose, galactose, ribose and deoxyribose, and disaccharide like sucrose, lactose and maltose. These are simple carbohydrate. And complex carbohydrate is polysaccharide, just like starch, glycogen and fibers. Fiber like cellulose, hemicellulose, pectin, gums, mucilase, a constituent of plant cell, mainly remain unabsorbed, forming bulk of the diet. Its food value is negligible. It is important for normal functioning of the GIT. It prevents constipation in children. Maximum bulk, 50 to 60% of calorie need to be obtained from carbohydrates. So this is the main part of food. Glucose is used as fuel by brain and muscle, or converted to glycogen and stored in liver and muscle. They contribute taste and are essential for digestion and absorption of other foods. Source of carbohydrate in infant diet, it found in the form of lactose in both human and cow milk. That should be provided up to 6 months. Lack of adequate carbohydrate may produce some symptoms of starvation, undernutrition, constipation and loss of body protein. Fat. Fat supply 40 to 50% energy needed for infant. It acts as carrier of fat soluble vitamins. Fat and oils are concentrated source of energy, and they make food palatable. More fat intake in diet can cause indigestion, as it remains longer in the stomach. Deficiency of all fatty acid may result in growth retardation, skin disorders and infection, neurological and visual problems. ICMR has recommended a daily fat intake of 25 gram per day in young children and 22 gram per day in older children. What are the classification of fats? They may be two types mainly: saturated fatty acid and unsaturated fatty acid. Saturated are animal sources such as meat, egg, milk and dairy products. Unsaturated mainly found from plant and fish, peas, beans, whole cereals, nuts and cooking oils. What are the essential fatty acids? Omega 3 and omega 6. Omega 3, that is linolenic acid, its source is walnuts, wheat germs oil, flaxseed oil, cannon oil, fish eggs, human milk, organs, meat, seafood and fatty fish. Omega 6, that is linoleic acid, its source corn oil, peanut oil, cottonseed oil, soybean oil and many plant oils. What are the main function of essential fatty acids? These are formation of healthy cell membrane, development and functioning of the brain and central nervous system, production of hormone like substance, example is prostaglandin, regulating blood pressure, blood viscosity, vasoconstriction, immune and inflammatory response. Next important fatty acid is DHA, deoxyhexaenoic acid, primary structure component of brain tissue and retina. Animal studies have indicated a causal connection between DHA availability and cognitive or behavior performance. So this is very useful for a developing child brain. Next important thing is vitamins. Vitamins are organic substance and essential micronutrients for maintenance of normal health. Vitamins enable the body to use other nutrients and help in maintenance and protection of good health. Vitamin requirement of individual child may vary with activity, age and body weight. Mainly it is classified into two groups. First one is fat soluble vitamin A, D, E and K, and next is water soluble vitamin, that is B and C. Daily requirement of vitamin, this is very important. Vitamin A 1500 to 5000 international unit per day. Vitamin B1, that is thiamine, 0.5 to 1.5 mg. Vitamin B2 riboflavin, 0.5 to 2.5 mg. Niacin 0 to 20 mg. Vitamin B6 pyridoxine, 0.4 to 1.4 mg. B12 1 to 1.5 microgram. Folic acid 25 to 1000 microgram. Vitamin C 30 to 50 mg. Vitamin D 400 international unit and vitamin E 4 to 5 international unit. We are not discussing what are the different function of these vitamins. Next are minerals. They are inorganic elements required by human body for growth, repair and regulation of vital body functions. Next function is they required for maintenance of osmotic pressure, supply of necessary electrolytes. These are classified into two groups: macrominerals when the daily requirement is 100 mg and microminerals when the daily requirement is less than 100 mg. Some important minerals, most important is iron. What is the dose? For infant 1 mg per kg, 1 to 3 years 12 mg per kg, 4 to 6 years 18 mg per kg, 7 to 9 years 26 mg per kg, 10 to 12 years for boys 34 mg and girls 19 mg, and so on. Calcium requirement for infant 500 mg, 1 to 9 years 400 mg, 10 to 15 years 600 mg, and 16 to 18 years 500 mg. Iodine requirement for 0 to 84 months 90 microgram per day, 7 to 12 year 120 microgram per day, and more than 12 year 150 microgram per day. Sodium and potassium 3 to 5 milliequivalent per kg is required for normal body function. Normal guidelines for pediatric nutrition. These guidelines should be advised to every parents about child nutrition. First one is infant should be exclusively breastfeed for 6 months. This is the WHO guideline. After 6 months, we should provide nutrients which are easily digestible or palatable, like fruit juices. Never overfeed or force the child to eat. It is very important. Introduce new food at regular interval and provide small, frequent and colorful food. Make them interesting for a child. Balanced food with physical activity is necessary. Provide plenty of grains, fruits and vegetable in his plate. Never stop breakfast. Breakfast is very important. Involve the child in making food choice. We can divide the all food in 5 food groups. In first group, cereals, grain products like rice, wheat, ragi, bajra, maize, jowar, barley, rice flakes, wheat flour. They provide energy, protein, fat, vitamin B1, vitamin B2, folic acid, iron and fiber. Pulses and legumes like Bengal gram, black gram, green gram, red gram, lentils, soya beans. They provide energy, protein, fat, vitamin B1, vitamin B2, folic acid, calcium, iron and fiber. Milk and meat products. Milk products like milk, curd, skimmed milk, cheese. Meat like chicken, liver, fish, egg, meat. They provide protein mainly, fat, vitamin B2, calcium, vitamin A, protein, fat, vitamin B2, vitamin A, vitamin B12. Fruits and vegetables. Seasonal fruits like mango, guava, tomato, ripe papaya, orange, sweet lime, watermelon. Vegetables like spinach, gogu, drumstick leaf, coriander leaves, mustard leaves, fenugreek leaves. Other vegetable carrot, brinjal, lady's finger, capsicum, beans, onion, drumstick. They provide vitamin B, folic acid, carbohydrate, fat, carotenoids, calcium, iron and fiber. Fats and sugar. Butter, ghee, hydrogenated oil, cooking oil like groundnut, mustard, coconut oil, sugars like sugar, jaggery. They provide energy and fat. Next is food pyramid. In the base of this pyramid, the main substances for daily use food is recommended like vegetables, salad and fruits. Next comes cereals and bread, potatoes, pasta and rice. Next, milk, yogurt and cheese. Next, meat, poultry, fish, eggs, beans and nuts, protein supplements. And last is fat, oils. And not every day should be provided drinks high in fat, sugar and salt. This is the very nice food pyramid we can advise to parents. Next, we come on the main topic, nutritional need for children. We will discuss according to age. At 6 months, complementary feeding to be initiated with fruit juices, and then new foods to be introduced with vegetable soup, mashed banana, mashed and boiled potato. Each food should be given with 1 or 2 teaspoons at first for 3 to 6 times per day. Started in less amount and more in frequency. In 6 to 9 months of age, food items given in this period include soft mixture of rice and dal, khichdi, pulse, mashed and boiled potato, bread or roti soaked in milk or dal, mashed fruits like banana, mango, papaya and apple. Next is egg yolk can be given from 6 to 7 months onward. Curd or kheer can be introduced from 7 to 8 months onward. For 9 to 12 month child, new food items like fish, meat, chicken can be introduced during this period. Feet should be soft and well cooked. Spices and condiments should be avoided. Breastfeeding to be continued. For 12 to 18 month child, the child can take all food cooked in family and needs half amount of mother diet. This is important. We should provide what we cooked for us. Number of feeds can be 4 to 5 times or according to child's hunger or need. Breastfeeding should be continued especially at night and then should be stopped. For preschool children, the best nutrition advice to keep your child healthy include encouraging her to eat a variety of foods. The variety is important and self-feeding is important in this age. Balance the food you eat with physical activity. If physical activity is more, then food should be more. Then physical activity is less, then food should be less. Choose a diet that provides enough calcium and iron to meet their growing body requirements. The grain group, we can advise 1 slice of bread, half cup cereals, half cooked rice, minimum 6 serving from the group. Vegetable group, half cup chopped veg, 1 cup leafy veg. This should be provided in 3 serving. Fruit groups, 1 piece of fruit or 3/4 cup of fruit juice, 2 servings. In milk group, 1 cup of milk or yogurt, 2 servings. Meat groups, 2 to 3 ounce of cooked meat, fish, poultry or half cup cooked dry beans. This should be provided in 2 servings. For school going children, 3 balanced meal and 1 to 2 snack during the day should be provided. Balanced meal means breakfast, lunch and dinner, and 1 to 2 snacks during evening or in the school. Fat should be in meals. They get to choose what to eat from the school lunch menu. So choosing or interest is very important here. They are influenced by their parents. So choose is very important. Fats, oils and sweets. No more than 30% of your diet should be come from fats. We discuss in later. Milk, yogurt and cheese, 2 to 3 servings per day. Meat, poultry, fish, dry beans, eggs and nuts, 2 to 3 servings. Vegetables, 2 to 4 servings. Fruits, 2 to 4 servings. Bread, cereals, rice and pasta, 3 to 6 servings should be for school going child. Last one is for adolescents age. The dramatic physical growth and development experienced by this phase significantly increase their needs for energy, protein, vitamins and minerals. Due to the content of bone, calcium, phosphorus and protein, adequate intake of these nutrients are especially important for optimal bone growth and development. Eating together as family should be encouraged. Protein plus allowance for amount required to acquire additional lean body mass during puberty. In this pubertal period, protein extra amount is necessary. Thank you. Thank you very much. This presentation was to how to ensure a good nutritional start for your children.